Copy this, miss.
Okay, right now you don't have to copy. Remember, in spelling, we are going to have a review of the vocabulary. We're in unit number 11. 108, 110, 110, you have the vocabulary. We're going to review these words. First, it says number 1, blockade. What does it mean, a blockade, class? Look at here in the picture you have a picture as an example. It says to close off or keep people or supplies from going in or out. So it means to block. Here you see the chips, they are blocking the way. So warships might be used to blockade a harbor. That is number 1. And also it can mean that closing off an enemy nation, city, port, or area, usually by the military. Look at them. They are the Union forces. They are using a land and sea blockade to cut it off the city. So look at this. This is a blockade. Pictures. What about number 2? We have chant. Remember the chant, it's to be singing or reciting a tune that you can be saying the same thing like this girl when it's jumping the rope. She is chanting. She is singing something. It might be repeating the same phrase all the time that she is singing. Or look at this. A song in such a ton words or phrases repeating in rhythm. Right now in the stadium, it looks in this way. Now that it's going to be the president, Xiomara Castro, it looks in this way. They might be chanting. They might be chanting. That is a good example. They are going to chant because they're going to sing maybe something for the new president. So that it's chanting, singing, saying something with using the rhythm. Tell me, Caleb.
Yo me levantaron a las 5 de la mañana para ver en la CCH cómo estaba el estadio.
Yes, there are a lot of people in that place, so nobody else can go inside of the Senate because they don't have more space. Now at 11 is going to be the president in that place. Right now she's not there. Okay, let's see. Let's go next one. Tell me, Kale.
Yo me quería ir y no iba a recibir la clase.
No, we have classes, yes. And they cannot, it's not allowed to be children in the stadium today. So
porque pueden ser aplastados.
Yeah, there is a lot of people, so children cannot be there. Yes. Now let's talk about this fear. What about this fear, class? It's to give up hope, lose heart. Look at this. With the spirit of ever seeing them again, so they are saying goodbye. Maybe they are going to travel because you see they have some baggage. So it means that
migration.
Yes, or they might migrate another country. So they are despair. It's a feeling. And also here you have, look at this girl. Look at the face of this girl. Kyla began to despair when her dog didn't return. Maybe the dog was running and didn't return one day. So she is having this feeling, total loss of hope. She is not going to see the dog one more time. Now, elevate. Elevate is to increase in position and rank, to raise or lift up. So like, look at this, foot is swollen. So your doctor might tell you elevate it. When you put it in this way, the foot. You elevate something. Now, let's see the next word that we have is extraordinary. It means beyond the usual or unexpected. So it's something that is not rare, it's unrated, it's unusual or rare. My best friend has an extraordinary singing voice. So it's not usually that you listen that type of song, voice. This word is heroic. It means to be brave, noble, involving extreme effort. Look at this. The heroic deeds of ancient warriors are legendary. So you see the example of this picture. It might be considered because they were fighting something to get some benefits. What about lance? Remember, this is a lance. We have two definitions. Number one is lance. It's a long metal weapon used by knights or soldiers on horseback. So this is a lance into the battle. They might use it. But also we have another definition for lance. Look at here. It's to pierce with or as if with a lance to open a wound. A doctor may decide to lance an infected blister. Yes, it might be open. They are going to open the wound to apply some medicines maybe. So it has two definitions, this word, lance. Then we have the word missionary. It's a person, remember, it's a person that has an assignment, has to spread out. For example, if it is a religious assignment, it has to go from church to church or from one country to another country to talk about Jesus Christ, so to teach religion and do charity work. The life of a missionary requires courage and dedication. Here we have the picture of this missionary person. And also missionary, here we have another meaning, is related to or involved with an assignment of the religious in mission. They are peacekeepers, work with a missionary spirit. So they are glad to help other people and to teach something new. What about pointless? That is another word that we talked about yesterday. Pointless means having no meaning, no meaning effect. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it is pointless to continue a conversation. Maybe you know that you're not going to have any benefit. You're not going to go to any part because it's pointless. So it's better to stop talking about. It's, for example, when you are fighting with somebody and you are saying something, it's pointless to continue. It's better to stop, so you're not going to continue fighting or talking some disgusting things to that person. Now, we have another word that it's reflect. Look at here. That is reflect. You see that reflection of the sky and the water. That is reflect. The clouds reflect on the lake surface. So it's reflecting. We have another word to review that is site. Look at this picture. Allocation and seeing a place where something was, is, or will be. Yorktown was the site of a famous battle. So in this was the site, was the place where it holds this battle, this famous battle. So it's the place. Site is to be in a place that it was something happened in the past, it happens in the present, or will be in the future. And we have the last word that is toxic. Look at this boy. He's using a mask. A gas mask can filter out toxic fumes. Because if you are not using a mask, you're going to be deaf. It's a poisonous or deadly. So that is toxic. Now, let me stop sharing because now using this vocabulary, this word, we're going to continue working on the book. So open your book. Yesterday we worked on these pages, 12, 113. Okay, 114, right? Or we finished 113? No, right? Okay, 113. 113. We're going to use synonyms and antonyms. Yes, we're going to work in 113. No, just 3 pages. Just 3 pages. Now, number 1, remember that here we're going to find the synonyms and then the antonyms. The synonyms for the words that they are in boldface. For example, number 1, it's exceptional. Discover some exceptional fossils. So which of these words means almost the same of exceptional? Toxic, extraordinary, or missionary?
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary, that's right. So it's letter C, circle letter C, or you can write in the space extraordinary. That is the answer of number 1. It means the same. What about spot? Found the best spot for our picnic.
Sand.
It's
Sand.
site, letter D, site, it's spot, it's a place. They are looking for a place for having the picnic, so it's site. What about number 3? After the doctor punctures the wound.
Block.
Lens, that's right. That is, remember that it was the example, the picture of the finger, that it has a wound, blisters. Number 4, the monks recording on hymns. They are singing. Chants, that's right. Number 5, order the troops to isolate the enemy town. Isolate. Nobody can walk in that place. They are going to block the place.
Blockade.
That's right. That is letter C. And the last one, on the first part, we have chose to work as a preacher.
Blockade.
Preacher is the person that is spreads the missionary. Excellent, Camila. Is the person that is going to be talking about religion, spreading the word of Jesus Christ. Okay, number 2. Okay, number 1 in antonyms. Remember, antonyms means the opposite, the contrary. A meaningful action. What is the contrary for meaningful?
Yes.
Josh,
Heroic.
sorry, Caleb.
Eric.
I have two
Meaningful.
questions.
Eric.
No.
Toxic. It's
Toxic.
No, it's not toxic. Meaningful, it means something important. So
Extraordinary.
pointless. That's right, it's pointless.
Please, where are we going to the bathroom? We go
can-
to the bathroom, please.
Go, but hurry up, hurry up. Okay, it's pointless because we're saying meaningful, it's important, and pointless is the contrary. It means that it doesn't make sense to continue with the same actions. What about number 2? A medicine that lowers blood pressure.
Elevate.
The elevates, that's right, it's a
Elevate.
contrary. Number 3, remembers for their cowardly deeds. Heroic. Letter D, that's right. It's a contrary to be coward. Number 4, harmless to pets.
Toxic.
It's toxic, that's right. Letter C, it's toxic. Materials that absorb sound. Number 5. Reflect, excellent, reflect. Absorb, it's a contrary of reflect. And number 6, a story of hopefulness.
Despair. Blockade.
Fear.
Despair.
That's right. Despair, remember, it's a feeling that they're not going to have more hope. That one that your classmate was saying, that maybe they are migrating, so it's a despair. That's the feeling, because they're migrating and are going to return, and you're not going to see them again. And hopefulness is to have hope. You finished class, page 113?
Yes.
Yes?
No.
Okay, if you finish, go to next page, 114,
Yes.
by yourself, the next page.
No.
Start reading the next page.
I finished, Miss.
Okay. One more minute, class. 1 minute to finish this, and we'll go to
You
page
do that at
114.
this page.
Yes, 114 now. Start reading by yourself.
I finished.
Finished? All of you finished this page, 113?
Yes.
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 No.
No. You can just circle. It's easier for you just to circle.
Teacher,
Tell me.
I know a presentation to learn. Toda la presentación de language, pero no es en mi iPad, es enseñando a lo que voy a hacer. Y es de free,
Okay.
que lo voy a
Don't
traer.
worry. Language, yes, in language hour. Right now we're in spelling. Language, that is going to be Marcel. Okay, let's go to the next page. Too much time now. Let me clear this. We're going to talk about page 114 using the same words. We're going to complete the sentences. A lot's art is number 1. Remember, here we have the word bank. So it says number 1. Khaled, help me to read sentence number 1, Khaled.
Okay. Now that so much of our community is done with technology, some people think it is
To have a good writing, they don't see any use for it. What is the word that means that it doesn't matter, that it doesn't make sense to still using something?
Despair.
No, that's not the feeling, no.
pointless.
Pointless, that's right, it is
Pointless.
pointless. That is number 1, pointless, number 1.
Miss,
me.
I am Gabriela. What the page in my book, the page is not equal.
It's not the same, the page that you have 114.
No, the first say me one of the dangers of hiking or camping. One sentence.
It's not the same. Class, do you have the same that I have here, the same
No.
picture?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, you
No.
have the same.
Yes.
Is one of the dangers of hiking or camping is snake bite.
Yes.
Okay, it might be a mistake on the book that you have. So in your notebook, you write the answer. Write this answer from 1 to 12. I think the answer. So later we can check your books. You can check the book to see where is the page. Maybe it must be in another page number it has to have. Maybe there is a mistake in the book. But the rest you have the same picture, right? You have the same page that I have here displayed.
Yes, the
Yes?
same page.
Okay. Now let's see number 2. Other people that the art of handwriting it's been lost, they see little hope of good handwriting becoming important once more. What is the feeling that they may have?
Another people locate.
No, it's not that one. Another people, they lost the hope.
I don't know. No, despair.
Despair, that's right. Despair. It's the word. Other people despair that the art of handwriting it's been lost. Continue, Khaled, reading.
That are of
No, number 3. Number 3.
handwrite expert Brian almost and I don't know
Enthusiasm.
enthusiasm to the deer shows hobby.
What is the mission for them? To spread the enthusiasm. So it's almost missionary. That is number 3. Missionary.
Yes, but a mí me sale type of device to get fluid from travel.
Yes, you don't have the page. You don't have the page. It's a mistake in your book. That is the same that I was telling your classmates. So if you don't have this page later, you can look the same page. So you can write the answer in your notebook. So you don't miss the answers. It might be this page in another section. It's a mistake. What about number 4? It says, if you ever see an ancient handwritten manuscript, you will understand the skill and dedication that goes into making such a work. It's something out of this world. It's something important.
Extraordinary.
Excellent. Extraordinary. That is number 4.
And what topic we put? No topic.
Just write no topic, just write page 114. 114, so you know that these are the answer for the page that you don't have in your book.
Yes, but I copy that. I copy the because of
Okay, it's okay, Khaled, if you do that. Okay, now World War number 1. Now that is another like a pattern that we have using the rest of the words to complete it. It says the names of the disease common among soldiers in the trenches of the World War number 1, their origin, trench foot, trench fever, and trench mouth. They were seeing that. It was a reflection. So what is the word that is missing here, class? Reflect. They reflect the origin, trench foot, trench fever, and trench mouth. Number 2, we have the soldiers had to wear gas masks to avoid inhaling deadly gas released by the enemy. What do they use? They use masks to avoid what?
Heroic.
No. They use mask to avoid something toxic. That's right, toxic, deadly toxic gas. And then we have, before the discovery of antibiotics, a medic might an infected bottle would wound with a sharp knife to drain the infection, then clean and dress it. What is the answer here, class? Lens, that's right. Lens, remember that it's okay, it's missing the letter L. Lens, that a doctor may help you to lens if you have any wound, if you have any blister in your hands, in your fingers. So World War number 1. Okay. Now number 3, it says civil rights for all. Civil rights for all. It says there are times when bold acts by ordinary people as all to new hates of justice. What is the answer for here, class? They raised. What is the word that means almost raise?
Heroic.
No. You put it up.
Elevate.
In a higher, elevate. That's right, elevate. People elevate us. Before the civil rights movements of the 60s, some people set up to keep Black people from entering white schools and stores. So it means that Black people cannot enter to the white school. So they do what?
Extraordinary.
No, we already used that word.
Reflect.
Block.
Block it. That's right. They make it black so that Black people cannot enter to the same schools of the white people. That was when during the Civil War, and they considered to have the civil rights for all the people. Now, then it says groups that wanted to end racism got together to saying such as we shall overcome inequality now. These people came from all walks of life, but they have the same goal, equal rights for all. They weren't requesting to have equal. They were like, we shall overcome, like singing that. Equality now. Chant, that's right. They were chanting this. They were chanting this, like singing when they were making this this walk to stop with the racism. Then it says lunch counters, bus stops, and schools were among the or early civil rights struggles. They were in that place. The site. Yes, the site. So it means the last word is the one that's missing. What is the word that's missing, class? Thanks to the what?
Is heroic.
Right. Works of African American leaders such as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and of thousands of ordinary people, racial segregation was finally out. Yes, with Martin Luther King, that stops that racism with the civil rights. In social studies, we're going to talk about this with the civil rights for all. Finished, class?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's go to next page. Work by yourself in the next page. Word associations. Word associations. Yes. For yourself. I'm going to take the attendance. So you start working, then I'm going to help you to check the answers. But right now, let me take the attendance to see who is connected today. Spell. Let's see, number 1. Ana, Andrea, and Camila.
Present.
Gabriela, Isabela, Kiara.
Present.
Present.
Cia, Mia, and Rebecca.
Present.
Rosa, Valerie, and Sian.
Present.
Valerie? Valerie Mengiver, no, right? Okay, let's see, boys. Alberto, Dani, and Fernando.
Present.
Present.
Hermes, Joshua, and Caleb. Marcelo, Santiago Hernandez, and Santiago Chávez.
Present.
Santiago Hernandez Fiallos?
No.
No, Santiago Hernandez is not connected.
No.
No.
Yes, Miss, no.
Yes,
Creo
Santiago
que-
Hernandez.
Miss,
Santiago Hernandez at
creo
the
que
2,
Santiago
Santiago
Hernandez-
Hernandez at 3.
He's here.
No, I don't listen say
Yes,
present,
it's here.
Santiago Hernandez. Yes, it's here, no.
Está aquí, Miss, pero no está aquí.
It's here,
Okay, Miss.
but no say present.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the next page, 107.15 class.
Miss, creo que Andrea se salió porque antes decía 21 participants and now say 20.
Andrea is here. I see that she's connected.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the next page. Let's go to the next page. We're going to work now. These are the answers, 115. Remember that we have a word that it's on boldface, so you need to pay attention to that word. A pointless movie would be, what is the next
Very
part of the
long.
sentence?
Very
Pointless.
long.
Very long.
Very long.
No, a pointless is
It's
extremely
very
dull, very
dull.
long. No, pointless, it doesn't have
Without
sense.
meaning, without meaning.
Meaning, that's right. This one. Without meaning, it's pointless. What about number 2? If you make an heroic effort, you
Try everything you can.
try everything that you can. It's number 1, letter A. You try everything that you can. Number 3, if you drink a toxic liquid, you might
Get very sick.
Get very sick.
That's right. Number 3 is get sick. What about number 4? The way you land something is
You
To soak it.
to puncture it. Number 5, what might a missionary be likely to do?
for other people.
Ignore other people. You think missionary, they go
No.
to another places to talk about
No.
Go to
religion,
Antarctica.
build a church. If they go to another place, missionary, they help others and they spread the word of the religion. So they might build a church. Number 6, with extraordinary speed, you
Win most races.
that's right, letter A, you will win most races. Number 7, if a pond reflects the trees around it,
You can see a tree in the water.
in the water, yes, there is a reflection on the water. To elevate your hand,
How it over your hand.
hold it over your head,
over
you're
your head.
elevating. You're not going to put it in your pocket. You're not going to put it down. Excellent. Number 9, when I move away, I despair
Of
Of seeing my old friends.
of seeing my old friends. That's right, despair, you're having that feeling. Letter B. Number 10, you might chant if you like to
Sing.
sing. That's right. People that like to sing, they are chanting all the time. Number 11, which is a historic site, a place.
start.
You.
Daddy.
What is a place?
Daddy.
The US Constitution, it's a place? That is a
The
book.
White
Wow.
House.
The White House, that's right. A place is
White
the White House. This is a book. The Stars and the Stripes, it might be a movie, and the President Lincoln top hat, that is a hat, it's not a place. Number 12, a blockade is successful if
Goodbye.
you block.
Everyone participate.
No, if everyone participate, you're not making a block.
Letter B.
But
No. Bots are free
And
if
are
they're
free.
moving. They're moving.
Are free to move about.
Number 8, letter A, supplies are stopped from entering a harbor because there is a blockade. You finished class?
Please,
Yes.
this we have to like to school. In
No,
the
you don't have to
notebook of
apply.
spelling that I write the answer, we have to listen.
No, you don't have to apply
Goodbye.
it. Let's finish here. We don't have homework in the spelling. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.